Hello kids, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Ms. Aruni. I will be covering your grade 10 business and accounting studies. We are working towards our lesson number 7, the prime entry books. So what are the prime entry books about? So this lesson is a summary of what are the prime entry books and their source documents. So prime entry books are books in which the transactions of a business are recorded at first. So prime entry books are books where the transactions that are initially recorded on the order in which each transaction has occurred. So we are recording the transactions at first based on the order they have occurred by using a general accept method before recording them in the ledger accounts. So this is done according to a general accepted method. So prime entry books are following a general accept method to post the transactions first or initially based on the order they occurred, right? That is what we call as prime entry books. The generally accepted method of recording our transactions at first according to the order they occurred are simply the prime entry books. So they have been also called as journals, day books, and subsidiary books. They are not all recorded in the same book but are classified and recorded according to the nature and the common characteristics they have. That is why on the definition it is given as generally accepted method. Right? තියෙන ඔක්කොම transactions එක පොතක ලියන්නේ නැහැ. According to the nature and the common characteristics they have, the prime entry books and the recordings will be different, right? So if the transactions are about the receipt and payment of cash, it will be recorded in the cash book. If it is about the bank current account transactions, it will be recorded in the bank account. If it is petty cash transactions, those are cash transactions of a small value, we record it in the petty cash book. Purchase of goods on credit will be recorded in the purchase journal. Sales of goods on credit will be recorded on the sales journal. And other transactions which do not go to this part will be recorded in the general journal. So remember, when a transaction occur, we have to see onto which they fall. Then we record in the prime entry books, and from the prime entry books, we take them to the ledger accounts. So why is it necessary to have a set of prime entry books? Because the first point is similar types of transactions of a period need to be classified and recorded. So if it is a set of cash receipts, we have to know the exact amount. Cash payments, we have to know the exact amount. If it is purchases or sales on credit, all these things should be classified properly and recorded, and that is done by the prime entry books. Next one is posting transactions to the ledger becomes systematical and convenient after recording them in prime entry books. So it is not 8 to 10 transactions a business have for a month. It can be more than 100 or 1000, right? So then Pute, to have all those systematically recorded, businesses can use the prime entry books because it is really done in a proper order and as well as it is really convenient. Third reason is the responsibility of preparing each prime entry book can be assigned distinctly to various individuals and accordingly can minimize possible errors and frauds. So if it is only one person, he can mess up all these records. But since we are giving it to a group of people or a set of individuals based on the types of transactions done, we can possibly minimize the errors and frauds. And the fourth point is you can easily maintain ledger because the total of prime entry books are posted to the ledger. So it will reduce the number of entries rather than having 10 names mentioned in the sales of goods on credit. We can get the total and post it to the ledger account. So such way we can reduce the number of entries. And the final one is to minimize the occurrence of accounting errors, and it is easy to find such errors. You are going to learn what accounting errors are in your future lessons. The future videos I will be doing, I will definitely cover them. For now, just understand there are a set of accounting errors where we can do simple mistakes or mistakes that are really unidentifiable. So at such occasion, we can easily minimize accounting errors if we are using the prime entry books. So I hope you got a clear idea what these prime entry books are. Next, we are discussing what source documents are. As and when the transactions take place in a business, the document prepared, including all the details of the transactions and the authorized person in charge, this is known as a source document. So I hope you can see this source document, the receipt. So at the time of receipt, we have the nature of the transaction, the method, whether it is cash or check paid, the amount received, as well as the person who has authorized it or the person to whom it is received. You have all these in a source document. So every source document has a serial number, the number given here, and they are the basis for recording business transactions in accounts. So what are the details in these source documents? So what are the details of these source documents? It can be the name and the address of the business, the serial number, the date of the transaction, the parties involved, the description of it, the monetary value, as well as the signature of the person who is responsible for the transaction. So there can be a question asking what are the details in the source document. So because of that, though you think this is really simple, please go through the picture as well as the details. This is also there in your textbook. Next, the relationship between the source documents and primary books. The information of the transactions are taken from the source documents and first recorded in the primary books. So you have to know that there's a direct relationship between them. So if it is the cash book, the receipt and the payment vouchers are the source documents. If it is the bank account, the deposit slip, payment vouchers, bank statements and check return notifications are there as the source documents. For petty cash book, petty cash payment voucher is the source document. Purchase journal, the purchase invoice. Sales journal, the sales invoice, as well as for the general journal, the source document is the journal voucher. It is on these the transaction details are recorded, and from these we take the transaction and initially record it in the prime entry books, which will then go to the ledger accounts. So what are the users of the source documents? It is the initial document where we record the transaction. We write it as a evidence. It provides additional information of the transaction which is not recorded in the prime entry books. It can be used as a mean or a data source when we are recording transactions in the prime entry book. And it has the responsibility because the responsibility is assigned to a specific officer who is authorized. So since such authorization is there, when we get the source document, we can find out the evidence of the transaction being taken place. So I hope you got the understanding what these primary books and source documents are. Thank you.